Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you folks have had a wonderful Easter break and that you followed through the things that I taught you as to what Easter makes. Other than that, welcome to this world again. Now, this broadcast is going to be very specific as well as some general statements and some changes. Well, I should say updates to the Federal Postal Court. We've taken on some new staff, as it were, and I'll talk you through that later on. But essentially, the subject matter itself is that it's about the Ukraine, okay? I'll keep it methodical, and you guys make up your own mind. Keep in mind that you live in a mirror world. A mirror world. What does that mean? There's a world of fact and there is a world of fiction, which I have spoken about in detail. And I've released many videos on it. There is now about 420 videos that I have released. Okay? Each one of them is a life-changing video because knowledge is power. Full stop. Now, if you folks go on to the comments section where I post my stuff, you'll find 3 links there. Okay, and we're going to follow those 3 links, and I'm going to be with you, all right, while you go through it. And this is a new way that I'm going to be doing things more and more, because I want you folks to appreciate what is a republic and a democracy. And YouTube gives you all the faculties and the facilities to be able to do that, as well as just go corporate if you wish. It also has the ability to become a cooperative. And the various other platforms will also be following suit. That one statement that I have just made, follow it to its logical conclusion, and you will be having a vast array of technical know-how delivered to you all at the click of a button. This is why you folks need to be able to use what's available for you, like the tools in a toolkit if you're a carpenter or if you are a builder or any one of these things. Without those tools and the functionality, you will be disabled. So I'm showing you in practicalities how powerful these tools really are, okay? By giving you live demonstration and allowing you to participate. So the page that you're looking at is the page that was broadcast on the news all over the world about the 2021 Black Sea incident. Okay? This is a public announcement to the world of fiction and to the world of fact as to what is going to be happening in what you now understand as the Ukraine. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is read through this and understand that they're basically saying HMS Defender. Defender means in passe, which are the constitutional parts of a word. It means nothing to fend for. DE means no. So it's like me throwing an accusation at you and telling you you are a defender, which means I'm just making accusations and it's me that's slandering you, and you as the defendant have got nothing to fend yourself against. Fend, as in fender. Fender means that which pushes away something that may knock onto you, called a belligerence. Belligerent, okay? That's what defender means on the court documents as well. It means you've got nothing to defend yourself against. Full stop. Now, you can see here they've called it belligerent, all right? And they told you the date that it was transmitted. The incident took place. They're giving you the date for a reason. And these are known as war games. Games is the word. If there are games, okay? Now, quite often, when there are games involved, there will be a lot of blanks being shot away from the target, as it were. And we'll come on to that later. But these are the two belligerents. You see, they're telling you that the United Kingdom government, which is corporate, under its Royal Navy Charter, okay, that United Kingdom flag on top left-hand corner of the St. George's Cross, that's basically saying the Royal Navy under the St. George's Cross is taking up some sort of maneuver. Okay, that's what that means. Here, they're quite literally pointing out that United Kingdom is belligerent and Russia is belligerent, and that's the Russian Navy symbol. So everything is on a level playing field. And both parties are belligerent, which means they are warring each other, and it's a game. That's why not a single bullet was fired at a target, but away from the target. Okay, it means they're preparing the factual people to know what's happening and the fiction people to believe everything that the BBC tells them. The commanders in this case is Boris Johnson on the United Kingdom side, okay, and he's the commander Vince Owen, okay, Commander Vince Owen, that's the commander, and Boris Johnson is the leader, as it were, okay? And this commander is playing an equal playing field with this commander called Vladimir Putin. And this particular commander, very interesting name, is it not? Okay. Shall we just have a look at who this is? Okay, and this is, let's have a look. You're going to find everything so very interesting. Okay, this is the Russian commander, and we don't seem to have a link for this particular commander, but I don't think it's important. Strength. 2 patrol boats for warfare. Patrol boats. Do you know what patrol boats are? They patrol a particular region to make sure everything is okay. That's all. Okay, and the strength of it is HMS Defender patrolling. It's a game. Do you understand, folks? It's a game. Read it through, all right? And here it will tell you Ukraine, Odessa, Ukraine, and a few other places, Georgia as well. This is St. George's Cross, okay? That's the St. George's Cross that you see on that side. It's one of the oldest flags. Read it through. It won't take very much for you to understand. Ukraine, United Kingdom, Naval Agreement. Ukraine, United Kingdom, Naval Agreement. Let me read it for the third time. Ukraine, United Naval Agreement. Look at this. On 2021, the United Kingdom and Ukraine signed a naval cooperation agreement on board HMS Defender, whilst a port at the Odessa, Ukraine. Okay. Under the terms of the agreement, the United Kingdom will sell 2 refurbished Sandown class mine hunters to find mines, essentially. Ukraine produces 8 small missile warships for the country. Ukraine produced 8 small missile warships for the country. United Kingdom will also construct a new naval base on the Black Sea as the primal fleet base for the Ukraine army. and the base on the Sea of Azov, however you pronounce it. Agreements also provide for sale of missiles to Ukraine for the training and support of these things. Okay? Little silly boys playing silly little games at your expense. Okay? At your expense. Read it through and you'll understand more. This particular item or YouTube is used under fair market usage. Remember, the BBC Charter in their Babel language only says you have to pay a TV license if you listen to anything live. That's why they always make live broadcasts as often as they can to be able to retain that charter. But the charter itself was written in Babel language, which I disqualified and which is on my website for you to send through to disqualify the BBC as nothing more than wire fraud. As simple as that. On this particular broadcast, they will broadcast it as if, warfare is taking place, but in reality, you'll see the commanders even laughing and joking a little bit, and they will use all sorts of fictitious language to let the factual people know that life is not what you think it is. But these little, whatever they are, called reporters, who are there just basically lying. And he's got a yellow, pink shirt on, which means he's acting as a referee. All they will do is just talk babble in front of you and report it if it's, very, very serious and millions of people are going to die and all this sort of stuff to keep you in a perpetual state of fear. As you Americans and Canadians have now fully come to understand how these de facto governments work. They are perpetual liars, okay? So this particular video is 5 minutes long, albeit 6 minutes long. And what I want you to do now, listen carefully, okay? I'm going to wait with you for 6 minutes, and you are going to watch this yourself, okay? By copying that link, opening up another tab, pasting it in there, and watching it. Watch the whole file 6 minutes so you get to understand how comedy or parody is worked on the BBC and fictitious conveyance of language broadcasters. Comes under wire fraud. I'm using kind of, semi-technical words, but that's what that is. Remember, there's a world of fiction and there's a world of fact. I am getting the fiction people that are in between, so semi-conscious as it were, firmly into the world of fact. I'm maneuvering you guys into that position. So you click that button now, okay, and you've got plenty of time to do that. Watch the whole 6 minutes. Remember, it's fair market usage. And it's fair market usage because it's not live and it's not monetized and it's educational. And I'm doing this as a Chief Federal Postal Court judge and as a plenipotentiary judge for the safeguarding of this entire planet. So I'm going to wait here while this transmission stays live with you for 5 minutes. Okay, so watch it and I'll be with you in 5 minutes and then I'll take you to the next segment. Okay, so you folks have had a chance to listen to it. You know, just listen to it. That's all you need to do. No biases, no lies, no telling the truth. As it is, it's like me showing you a pencil. You just assume what it is. You don't, sorry, I beg your pardon, you don't need to assume what it's doing, only that it's black and yellow. It's got a red tip. It looks like a pencil and it writes like a pencil. So therefore it must be a pencil. Just keep that in mind. That's the safest position to be in. Now I'm going to show you something else. This, ladies and gentlemen, you also have a link of. And this took place, it's a real, live broadcast. This took place when a US fleet was going to Iraq and the lighthouse keeper was communicating to this fleet. So once again, this is in preparation of how republics work for the purposes of education. I want you to listen to it. Press the link, watch it. If the link doesn't work, just type up that US versus lighthouse clean. Okay, and listen to it. It's 3 minutes to 9 seconds long. It's absolutely crucial for you to do this. Otherwise, you will not get the gist of what I'm saying. So press that link and I will wait for you for 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Yes, that means no sound for 3 minutes. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So from that BBC report, you know that they're speaking in what is known as duality, in mendacity. One language for this group of people and another language for that group of people. What they used to call Queen's English or the King's English. And all depends upon your ability to know what it is that they're saying. That's your ability to discriminate. You can see from the BBC report and hear from the BBC report, not a single bullet was fired in hostility. And yet the BBC would broadcast it as being so very imminent. And of course it will be, because there will be maneuvers taking place, which is what you're witnessing now. But they've let you know it's going to take place. And that tells all the people around the world that are in the factual mind, if you've got businesses or whatever you need to do, perhaps you need to get intelligence about it, become intelligent about it. They're giving you an opportunity to leave if you want or establish new relationships. Either way, the decision is yours. One language for fiction people, one language for factual people. The other one, this one here, I mean, it is about as fascinating, isn't it? What a clash of ego. Okay, and then he just simply turns around and says, this is a lighthouse. Yeah, we have one dog, 2 beers, or whatever it is. But listen to the naval commander's ability to learn his lesson and put his ego away at a click of a finger, which is what most people in the fiction world doesn't have. When he's realized he's being a complete ass, he learned his lesson within that 1 millisecond. That's the difference between able to come out of fiction and ego at a click of a finger and deal with that which is factual. And he simply thanks the lighthouse keeper for his transmission, because it's a lifesaver. And that is what I wanted to teach you, is that you, at the click of a finger, you must be able to walk out of fiction. Yes, you can learn to eat and sleep in the world of fact and fiction. Sleeping in the world of fiction, eating in the world of facts. Can't eat fiction, you'll become nutritionally deficient. You understand? Of course you do. Hopefully, I have got my message across in a very concise way. Now, why is all this happening? You see, Russia, Putin, wished to purge the country of the Nazis that are there, as well as the huge money laundering that takes place there. And also to compromise the breadbasket. Did you know wheat has only been around as a so-called staple for about 150, 160 years? They actually got you believing it's a crop that we've been eating and consuming for thousands of years. No, ladies and gentlemen, these types of arable crops, including rice, wheat, barley, and etc., were usually used for animal feed. And they are, to humans, very toxic. They are toxic. This is why they used to yeast the bread and let it stand, and to get rid of much of the toxins as possible, something that the bread industry hasn't done for many decades. Hence, they're selling you bread that is still full of toxins. Do a little bit of research. That which you think is a staple is actually geared up to hurt you. Yeah. When I wrote my book, Diseases of Affluence, I made it very clear. Bread is just another word for candy floss. Yeah, in fact, bread by weight and by mass and etc. has more calories. More calories not in nutrition, but in terms of empty calories called sugar. All this nonsense is coming to an end, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Britain may try to set up a cooperative between Ukraine and etc. for the purposes of, I don't even want to go into. But there are money launderers there, trillions, and they're hiding out there, and it's the last refuge of the Nazis, which are being flushed out. Some of my judges tell me that they are earmarked for Ireland and this country, and what they're playing is called a system called diaphering. D-I-A, okay, is the prefix for it. The other is the spore, as in spores of a flower or something. Why am I telling you this? The best way that you cripple these bigots, as it were, you disperse them all over the place, where just the sophistication of the general public overwhelms their own stupidity. That's how it works, okay? It's a system that you can make it work for yourself or against you, all right? Now, as I said, this is a different subject. I've taken on a new clerk for our court, and we will post her details sometime this week, okay? And I'm about near enough 2 weeks behind the emails because we got quite literally thousands of emails coming in, and the backlog is taking place, and plus there was a holiday. So we will get back to you. It's just that there is a backlog. On a finite position, you've got to, what's a better word? Comprehend that the world of, albeit the empire of lies, is coming to an end. Okay, that's why I wanted to show you this. So this is where you will find the posting for the new clerk, okay? And this is what I want to show you. This is what is happening. They are bringing to an end the world, or the empire of lies. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. I've used little or no adjectives in it, but just simply give you the facts as they are and let you make your own decision. Thank you very much. Until next time. Bye-bye.